Inflation ticked up in May. Stats SA data shows that consumer price index rose by 4.6% year-on-year, 0.2 percentage points higher than the previous month. Economists had expected inflation to increase by 4.9%. Stats SA says the main contributors were in housing, utilities and transport. It's expected inflation will continue to trend upwards, but it's expected to remain within the Reserve Bank's targeted 3 to 6% bracket. Rising prices means consumers get less for their money. Consumers have been under pressure as the cost of living has been on the rise. This is on the back of several adverse developments in recent months, wiping off consumers' disposable income. Consumers have endured petrol price hikes of nearly R2 per litre between March and June, higher personal income taxes and an increase in VAT on the 1st of April. Nelson Mandela took the reins of leading the nation during very difficult times, both politically and economically. We take a look at the tough economic path he had to chart between 1990 and 1999.
When Nelson Mandela walked out of prison in 1990, the ANC had a policy of nationalization. By the time he took over as president in 1994, that policy had been dumped quietly. And so, a few months into his presidency, he felt he needed to give clarity on the issue.
Of course, in our policy document, we called for the nationalization of the mines, the financial institutions, and monopolies. That was an ideological position, irrespective of the conditions. We were going to embark on nationalization in regard to the sector of our economy. But we have been so hammered by business, both inside and outside our country, especially in the World Economic Congress in Switzerland in 1991. I came back full of scars, because the major industrial leaders of the world were gathered there, mercilessly but politely attacked the whole principle of nationalization. And it became clear to us that we either wanted to have investment for our country, in which case it was necessary for us to make some shift on the question of nationalization.
Nationalization was replaced by a new policy, the Reconstruction and Development Program. At its core was providing much-needed government-subsidized housing to the poor. Just over a year in, it too was dumped amid rising public debt.
Macroeconomic strategy must be measured against the objective needs of transformation and the real constraints the country faces. Like any policy, it is not cast in stone.
In its place, a new policy of austerity called KIA was adopted in 1996, drawing sharp resistance from the ANC's alliance partners, COSATU and the SABC. Mandela defended the new KIA policy and went on to chastise COSATU and the SABC for disagreeing with the ANC in public.
We cannot continue to give up 1/5 of our national budget to servicing debt. That jobs performing no useful function in government should not consume resources that could be used to provide services and productive investment.
But that did not quell public discontent. By the time Mandela stepped down as president in 1999, he was talking about the RDP of the soul, perhaps an acknowledgement of the undying pain the poor had over the demise of the popular Reconstruction and Development Policy. Mbongani Mucho, SABC News, Johannesburg.